This webinar initiates the OGC membership vote on the Open Parcel Number, or OPN SWG Charter, regarding Universal Common Parcel Indexing, or UCPI, being a candidate international parcel ID standard for formation of a single commonly indexed parcel data repository for the U.S. and one for every other nation worldwide. I'm Dennis H. Klein, 61 years in geospatial, the standards author. UCPI fundamentals: why, how, what, when. Its impact on legacy application and back offices: none whatsoever. County, province, state, national interface, installation and operation: 50 state, 3,000 county, 190 nation buy-in to be encouraged by OGC vote. Entity formation to operate national OPN repository to be encouraged by the OGC vote. UCPI value add is improved efficacy of existing services and introduction of not before possible new services, including universal real-time lot change reporting when it happens, not when your vendor reports it, and first-time cross-platform AI enablement, universal normalized temporal accountability, and geoprocessing conflation elimination. Now on to how it works. The OPN structure is composed of two components. The locational component is Open Location Code Derived plus Code Parcel Centroid that changes every time a parcel boundary is split, joined, or adjusted. The second component is a property ID, a 5-character extension that links parcel boundaries to multiple interest ownership records. Parcels are not just objects, they're objects with a past owners, past extents. PIPs combined with open location code makes UCPI work. Problem: no common indexing. Hard to link records to a map. Hard to combine databases together. Remedy: persistent non-proprietary open parcel numbers. Records easily linked to maps. Tables easily combined together with OPN to OPN join. At the center of OPN operations is the OPN repository, made up of parcel map JSONs of every county, supported by a legacy OPN table, eventually one for every nation. UCPI interoperability fundamentals. For a piece of ground to be a property parcel, it must be defined by a boundary. Any coordinate within it is in it, regardless of that point in parcel's latitude or longitude combination. As such, PIPs in database A and database B sent to the OPN repository landing in the same boundary returns that parcel's OPN back to the source tables for subsequent OPN to OPN join. Now let's walk through UCPI's capabilities, starting with the county, state, province, nation interface. This initiates UCPI's installation, initial map updating, and automated map updating. Local installation is just 4 screen selection. The file folder containing the latest data, the APN field, the owner field, and the state and county name. That's it. A one-time install, subject to setting changes if the data parameters change later on. Once installed locally, each time the local parcel map is saved, it is converted to a JSON that automatically updates the national repository. Upon completion of the repository update, a list of all new OPNs in the latest saved map are compared to a list of the OPNs in the OPN repository to generate a quality assurance pop-up change map. All new boundaries added to the repository, no new OPN in the new OPN list has a match in the OPN list, are displayed in one color, and all the boundaries deleted from the repository, no OPN in the old OPN list has a match in the new OPN list, are displayed in another color. Every such chain is also written into the legacy OPN table as a new record defining that change's date, owner, area, OPN, and type, be it a split, a merge, or adjustment. Diving into the logic of the legacy OPN table, let's look at the nitty-gritty of the updating process. In this oversimplified model, there are 4 parcels on day 1. On day 2, there's a lot line adjustment between 2 parcels on the right. On day 3, 2 lots merge together on the left. On day 4, that same parcel splits into 3. In all cases, OPNs no longer parcel centroids of any of the current parcels are stored in the legacy table, mandatory for open location code to work. Now let's look at statewide map generation. Upon selecting a state, every parcel in that state displays current to today's last save upon broad adoption of UCPI. Next is UCPI's perhaps most vital feature, table-to-table join. Here we see again how PIPs replace APNs and addresses, making complex compilations easy. In this case, validation of severe weather prediction with claim payout history, compiling every claim of every carrier in the state. UCPI benefits ameliorate operations across utilities, government, finance, real estate, and insurance. For many states, UCPI is a free first-time automation of statewide map compilation. If that is already in place, UCPI offers the option to migrate one-off, homegrown back offices to easily expanded worldwide standard API. Greatest benefit to the federal government is elimination of land record data silos between HUD, EPA, DOA, OMB, DHS, etc. And finally, the Office of Financial Research, having indexed all other financial instruments, can do the same for land record transactions. For real estate and finance, finally, there's a real-time lot change reporting, not when your vendor reports it, but when it happens. Elimination of all data silos. Most important, first-time cross-platform AI enablement. One vendor solution cannot be referenced by the next vendor's subscribers because there's no common indexing. Universal normalized temporal accountability. Change metrics compiled in the legacy OPN table introduces a heretofore not possible AI-driven change analytic. Geoprocessing, inflation elimination, problematic addresses and APNs completely replaced by never wrong PIPs. For utilities, transportation, and city planning, complex cross-state correlations like land use versus hazardous waste generation or transit modal split is just great when it's all in one state, but what happens when the study crosses multiple state lines? Also, national AI applications for cross-state urban growth monitoring and analytics never before possible. And for insurance, the impact is possibly the most immediate and greatest of all, with first-time validation of severe weather prediction with total claims payout history. Once there's a lat long on every claim, the rest is just a wizard, and we always are tying the claim to the right piece of ground, even the right condo. In closing, remember parcels are not just objects. They're objects with a past owners and past extents. PIPs combined with open location code makes UCPI work as the proposed OGC International Parcel ID standard.